The world's marvelous terrace is in the Philippines. The Banaue rice terraces are terraces that were carved into the mountains of Banaue, Ifugao in the Philippines by the ancestors of the Igorot people. The terraces are occasionally called the eighth wonder of the world. It is commonly thought that the terraces were built with minimal equipment, largely by hand. The terraces are located approximately 1,500 meters above sea level. These are fed by the ancient irrigation system from the rainforest above the terraces. It is said that if the steps were put end to end, it would encircle half of the globe. Locals up to this day still plant rice and vegetable on the terraces, although more and more younger Ifugaos do not find farming appealing, often opting for the more lucrative hospitality industry generated by the terraces. The result is the gradual erosion of the characteristic steps, which require constant reconstruction and care. In 2010, a further problem encountered was drought, with the terraces drying up completely in March of the year. Anthropologist Otley Bayer has estimated that the terraces are over 2,000 years old, but several researchers dispute this and contend they were built much later. Nevertheless, rice is an ancient ancestral crop of the Philippines, having been carried by Austronesian migration in the islands since at least 1500 BCE. Current threats to the terraces include the giant earthworms, which are blamed for causing damage to the terraces, as well as rodents and the snails. The terraces were found in the province of Ifugao, and the Ifugao people have been its caretakers. Ifugao culture revolved around the rice, and the culture engenders an elaborate area of celebration linked with agricultural rights from rice cultivation to rice consumption. The harvest season generally calls for the Thanksgiving feast, while the concluding harvest with rice called tango or tongol, which entails strict tabo on any agricultural work. Baya or rice wine, rice cake, and betel nut are also consumed as part of the festivities. The Ifugao people practice traditional farming, spending most of their labor at their terraces and forest lands, while occasionally tending to root crop cultivation. The Ifugao have also been known to culture edible shields, fruit trees, and other vegetables, which had been exhibited among Ifugaos for generations. The building of the rice terraces entails constructing retaining walls with stones and ramparts, which are designed to draw water from the main irrigation canal above the terrace clusters. Indigenous rice terracing technologies have been identified with the Ifugao's rice terraces, such as their knowledge of water irrigation, stonework, earthwork, and terrace maintenance as their source of life and art. The rice terraces have sustained and shaped the lives of the community members. Another thriving economy in the Banaue rice terraces is tourism. The tourism industry has developed a number of activities for visitors, which may include traditional sightseeing of the terraces and visit to the tribes at the foot of the terraces. Among Bake also recommend to visitors. These doctors can perform spiritual healing rituals. Domestic tourism, however, has gone down over the past few years. A contributing factor to this is the treatment of domestic tourists by the local guides in the area, where it has been reported that local guides are more willing to entertain foreign visitors. The Batad Environmental Tour Guides Association, in association with Batad Barangay authorities, are currently laying a concrete track down from the Batad Saddle to the village proper. The park is featured in the reverse side of the new design series 1,000 peso note planted from 1991 to 2012, as well as the reverse side of the new generation currency 20 peso note that was printed from 2010